We're back in the fairy forest today, and the fairies have been so busy doing renovations. I've got to show you. There's another home full of love in the fairy forest. Absolutely brimming with love right here. This is quite the character who definitely keeps watch over this enchanted woodland. What on earth are we approaching? I'm getting close for the first time myself. It looks like something has ripped apart this home. So tragic. Don't know what it is, and now I'm thinking, what should we do about it? I am dumbfounded. Was that a fairy that did that? Was that an earthling? Was that Mother Nature playing tricks? Something evil is lurking in this woods. I don't know who on this planet would do such a thing like that. I don't know if that home can be saved. It looks like it's probably too far gone. And the only way to combat that is to build more houses and spread a little more fairy magic. This tree, I don't know what it is, but there's something really drawing me to this tree stump. And I have this little tree with flowers. I think it might be cool to stick this into the tree, spread a little bit more magic into this area here. I think that's super fun. Right inside the little portal. Let's check out on this fairy home that we placed here in a recent trip to the fairy forest. Looks like Mother Nature has been adding a little character to the home, and that is definitely okay. It's looking more and more artistic the longer it stays in this enchanted forest. And I think a fairy has moved in, actually. Possibly even two fairies. Very cool. I spy something else suspect in this wooded area, and I'm hoping nothing bad has happened here, but let's take a look. What is going on? Oh, this is not bad at all. Somebody has added character here. This is a home that we previously added to the fairy forest, and it fell out of the tree that I originally hung it in, and I've come here multiple times, and the other fairies have been moving it around the forest. So cool. And they even created this little display. I absolutely love that. Super, super fun. I'm gonna add this rock, but I spy earthlings. We gotta be quick. Check this out. There's so much character in these trees. They have carvings from mystical creatures. We're going to leave a little more character here by this very sweet fairy home. Let's find this fairy home a permanent address. With this magical potion coming out of this tree, I think that would be the perfect spot for this fairy home. Let's see how this is going to look. Perfect. And if we look up, we've got a very abstract home way up in the woods. Super cool. Love the paint job on this home. Let's check out this very natural portal in the woods. We did check this portal out once before. Looks like there's been all kinds of creatures coming and going from this magical fairy portal. Let's dive right into this magical fairy portal. Quite a experience going into that portal. I spy another forest guardian new to this area, looking very good up in this very tall tree, watching over the enchanted forest. spreading a little fairy magic into the forest. You guys, I just spotted the most discreet fairy home. I bet you 99% of earthlings and fairies do not know this fairy home exists. It is so high in the trees. Somebody went through a lot of effort to protect this home. Let me show you. Check this out. Let me get a little closer. This fairy home is so high up in the trees. Wow, somebody went through a lot of effort to get this so high up in the tree. Let's zoom in. It's definitely an older home, but they put in a lot of effort to get it really high and protected. Absolutely love that. Think of these trees as the new trees. Kind of weird, but they seem very new to me. Honestly, there's no bark. Add this little fairy home to a new section of the forest that is underdeveloped with fairy homes. Let me show you. Spotted this little stump hanging off of this tree, and I thought this might be the perfect spot to hang this little fairy home. I'm gonna try to get it. There, I love that. I think that is the perfect spot for this little house. The earthlings are stopping by once again. We gotta get out of here. We're gonna see if we can reconstruct that home that some terrible force of nature, earthling, fairy, wizard, gnome, somebody was up to no good, and we're gonna see if we can piece it back together into some kind of livable structure for the fairies. All done piecing it back together. Let me know your thoughts on how it turned out. This is how the fairy home that was destroyed has been rebuilt. What do you guys think? Let me know below. Let's call it the next dimension, where things get even more magical, where there are fairies and gnomes and many other creatures that will remain unspoken of. So we've got a secret portal, a special looking glass into the, let's call it the 7th dimension. Just for fun, we're going to add a little character to the brand new fairy village that I just constructed from that tragedy that occurred. I think we'll add him right here, an enchanted little bunny for the village. Guys, we're exiting the main fairy forest, and I think I just spotted another fairy home that someone's been expanding on. Oh, it's actually some balloons. Very interesting. From a distance, this looks like a fairy home. Maybe it's a new style of fairy home that the earthlings are making.